Well, good morning to you. As you can see, I didn't clean up after myself last night. I've got up and I've had a lovely glass of spring water with half a lemon in it. Feeling very saintly. And I've just got my coffee. I sat down at my laptop to say hello and good morning to everybody. Got a lovely email from a new subscriber called Børge. I think, please forgive me if I haven't pronounced that correctly, alright? B-O with a line through it, R-G-E. Børge from Norway. And Børge, I'm assuming that that's a male name. Okay, so again, forgive me if I've got it wrong. Now, some very interesting little thoughts. I'm just thinking now as I'm talking, so excuse the little pauses. Okay, such is me in my mad life here in the west of Ireland. I've just sent an email to you, anyway, Børge, and I'll tell everyone the story, okay, of what you've told me in the email. Yesterday, first of all, Børge has just connected with Bealtaine Cottage through the videos. And so he's just found Bealtaine Cottage. And yesterday he was sitting watching some of the videos, and there's over 200 of them. Let me just go over onto this veranda. It's raining a little bit here. And there's a very enticing looking chair there, which I think I could just plonk myself into now. Put my coffee down there. There we go. Oh, that's lovely. Good morning once more. So, yes, Børge was just connecting with Bealtaine Cottage and watching a couple of the videos, and he happened to come across the video. If all of you remember this video, it was about me finding a little bat in the water barrel. And strangely enough, actually, Børge, I was just talking with my daughter Cara, I think it was the evening before last, and we were just stood out the front of the cottage, and I've quite often thought, did that little bat, did he or she make it? We'll call it she, actually, for the female pronoun. It's about time we use that a bit more. Did she make it? And as we were stood there talking, and dusk was just beginning to come down, I seen this little bat. And I held my breath. And I looked up, and it was just doing that beautiful little circuitry flight of the cottage, because they just fly around and around and around the cottage, and they're feeding on the wing. And I just saw this little one, and I thought, and my heart kind of sank a little bit. I thought, oh, please don't let that little bat be on its own. Please let me see the second one, because there was always two bats here, you see. And I didn't see the second one. And I just turned round and I said to my daughter, oh, that little bat is on its own, and I'm beginning to think now that the little one that I thought I saved didn't make it. And just as I said that, she looked up, she said, no, there's the second one. And then I looked up, and both of them were flying around the cottage together, and oh, my heart soared. It just soared. I was so happy. I thought, oh, wonderful, wonderful. So I'm assuming now that the little bat did make it. Anyway, back to the story about Børge in Norway and the lovely email I got this morning. So as Børge was watching this video about the little bat that I saved, and I got some lovely up-close video and photographs of it, he said, I went into the bathroom, I just finished watching this video, and I'd never known anything about bats before, and I'd never seen a bat up close, and in I go to the bathroom, and there, in a bucket of water, was 2 little bats fighting for their lives in the water. They'd obviously got into the bathroom by some means, and of course little creatures get thirsty the same as us, and they go to water, and they had fallen in. So he said, because of your video, I knew what to do. To lift them out gently, put them into a box and put a piece of dark material over them, over the box, and to put them up high. Now, can I just say at this point, Børge, because I'm going to mention you in the title of this video, so I hope you'll pick it up today and watch it. Don't forget, and you've probably already figured this out in your head anyway, but put them up high outdoors somewhere where they can reconnect with their little life outdoors. And don't forget to remove that cloth as soon as it starts to get dark, as soon as dusk comes down. Remove the cloth. Although they should be able to just kind of push up against the cloth and get out that way. But just in case they're a little bit weak, remove the cloth and let them be able to take flight straight away and to get out there to feed. Oh, wow. So, what a story. And, of course, the point of this story is that, as Børge says, how can this be a coincidence? Well, as I said in my email to Børge, my life here over the past 13 years has become so infused with so-called coincidences like that I no longer believe in coincidence. I no longer believe in it. I now feel very strongly that the enormous intelligence, which is Mother Earth, the Great Mother, is joyful and playful and is trying to connect with us all the time. And if we look for those signs, because they're all around us, they are all around us everywhere. And by noticing the signs, we begin to think, oh, that's a coincidence. Oh, that's a coincidence. But when you get so many coincidences, the word coincidence is no longer applicable. And you've got to try to rationalise out what on earth it could be. So here I am with my left brain thinking, well, I've got to strike coincidence out. What else can it be? And then my right brain engages in and says, oh, for goodness sake, Colette, look around you. Sense it, feel it, listen to it, smell it, see it. It's there. This amazing intelligence. Now these past 13 years has led me into a deeper and deeper relationship with this amazing intelligence. It's very complex. It's very abundant. It's very beautiful. And it's very, very playful. Yes, I think I am a pluviophile. I love the rain. I love to sit and watch the rain and listen to it. I've had a huge problem here this year. I've got to share this problem with you, by the way, because you know we all get problems. My huge problem here this year is growth. Everything has gone berserk growing. I can't keep up with it. It takes up whatever time I have just keeping the paths open at the moment. So, as you can expect, I'm looking forward to mid and late autumn, when everything stops growing and instead begins colouring. And because of all the massive growth here at Bealtaine this year, and especially in the trees, well, I say especially in the trees, look around you, it's in everything. I've already cut that geranium back once there, look. Look at the lemon verbena in that pot. Look at the cordylines. Everything, everything. I've had more fruit this year, more vegetables this year. I mean, I can't keep up with the kale out there in the potager beds. So in preparation for next year, because, you know, we who are close to Mother Earth enjoy the season that's in it, but we're also aware that the wheel is turning, turning, turning. And so we're already looking at next year in terms of what we need to do in late autumn and winter in order to prepare for the next growing season. And I'm going to change the potager beds over there. So next year I'm not going to have vegetables in them. I'm going to just have flowers and herbs. And the only place where I'm going to grow vegetables is going to be over in the tunnel, because I can't keep up with the potagers and the tunnel and random vegetables here and there. It's all those random vegetables coming up. Because obviously I feel obligated, you know, to keep them watered and to look after them. Whereas if I just have herbs and flowers and whatnot in the pottage or beds, they sort of look after themselves. And look at the sedums over there beside the kale. Let me just focus in on those. Now that's the last meal of the year for all the beautiful bees. Now at this point, I've got to just note that I haven't seen many butterflies this year at all. However, did see a lot back in spring, so a lot of them appeared to hibernate successfully over the course of the winter, which was very mild, and I'm hoping to see a lot towards the end of this month, because I've been noticing the cycles of the butterfly are more geared towards late summer, early autumn. And the same with the moths. So, just a little note here to tell you, try not to be too tidy at the end of the summer and the end of the growing season. In fact, if anything, use your tidying up and cutting back and pruning as a way of creating miniature habitats hither and thither all over your land. All over your land, doesn't matter if it's just a tiny little city garden or an allotment or a community garden, it makes no odds, or just a driveway. Create little habitats, and the way you do that is have little leaf piles here and there where they're not going to get too blown about, so underneath bushes, underneath trees. Do what I call the chop and drop. So if you're pruning some woody bits from a shrub or a tree, chop them into smaller bits, say a hand length long, and just let them drop down. Create a little miniature pile, that becomes a little habitat too. All these little habitats help Mother Earth protect her life. We're all part of that life. Whatever life we protect helps to protect us. So that's very simple. Nothing complicated there. Now the rain has stopped. I'm banging my elbow. Yes, Jack. I'm going to go in and load up this video. Why are you looking at me like that for? Sometimes Jack has a sort of a little communicative look in his eyes. He's always talking to me about something. So I'll go and load up this video, which has now rambled off into almost 20 minutes. And I'm hoping to write a blog today on the website. So, the very best of the morning to you, and blessings.